Hi there. Today is, I'm standing in front of the air conditioner. My hair is blowing. Today is Tuesday. Still sporting my proud Air Force mom stuff. But later this afternoon, we're going to be heading back home. Yesterday, my husband and I went back down to the San Antonio River Walk and just walked around, went into a few shops. I bought we have Ghirardelli chocolates by our house, and they also have Ghirardelli stores, but my oldest son loves Ghirardelli, and they had some flavors I hadn't seen before, so I got him some chocolates. And then we went to the Alamo, and that was a really neat experience. And so I have all those pictures that you should have seen before this clip. And so then we had some Texas barbecue, which was it was good. But being from Kansas City, I have to say that my preference was Kansas City barbecue. So, but I really did like Texas also. It's just a difference, you know. The turkey, they had really good. I had like some smoked turkey, and I had brisket and chopped beef, like a little combo plate. So, and then we just chilled out, kind of like what we're doing today. My husband went to gas the rental car up. Our flight leaves at around 2. It's like 1:55. So we're gonna head out. We're already packed, so we're all packed and ready. We're gonna just hang out at the hotel room, watch The Price is Right, and then head out to turn the rental car back in and take the shuttle to the airport and head back home. And so, yeah, and then I am on vacation for the rest of the week. I took this whole week off. And so I'm gonna get my son, I'll show you when I get home probably, but got some pictures and things that I want to get framed. I don't know if I'll do it this week, but I took a lot of snapshots, and so I want to make a shadow box, and there's just some different things that I want to do during the week. Plus I just want to relax some because it's been a very busy and emotional last few days. Sunday, I think you would have saw from last week's vlog. I haven't even uploaded those clips yet since we're still here, but I know that my plan is on last week's vlogs, which you will have seen before this if you watch them. At the end, I would have had to put some like cards at the end where I just typed because I couldn't talk. I don't want to talk about it because I'm going to get myself Sunday was hard, very hard, so. But anyway, I'm going to shut up for now because I'm going to get myself going again. And I will talk to you again soon. Wednesday, and I'm on vacation the rest of this week. So right now, I am headed to Hobby Lobby because I have some photos I want to either buy frames for or I want to get framed. It just depends on the cost and everything and what will look better. So I'm headed to Hobby Lobby. Yesterday, we had kind of an interesting flight home because it was thunderstorming in San Antonio, and I was so thankful. That was like the day we left was when it picked to thunderstorm. All the other days were good. All the days that we had with Daniel were good. But I guess when they were loading the luggage up, my luggage, everybody else's luggage was fine, but my suitcase got sopping wet, which we found out after we picked our luggage up when we got home. But our flight was delayed by 20 minutes getting to San Antonio, but then they got it unloaded and loaded really quickly, and so then by the time we got back to the Kansas City airport, it had pretty much made up its time. But it was a really bumpy ride because there were thunderstorms in Texas, and then it was just cloudy like the whole way from Texas back to Missouri, and then in Missouri it was really super cloudy, and so it just was a really bumpy ride. But to me the worst part about it was my suitcase. It's like I got it home and not everything inside got wet, but I guess I ended up having to wash like all of my shirts and like all of my underwear, because that's where they were like on the part that got the wettest, and so they soaked up pretty much most of the water, which was good because then I could just throw it all in the washer and wash it. But then I had bought some tea while we were in Texas, and luckily about 4 boxes, 3 of the boxes were wrapped in plastic, so they were fine. The 4th box, luckily the tea bags within, they were like those pyramid tea bags, and they were each wrapped in like little plastic wrappers because the box was demolished. And so, and then I had a couple of hats, and they got a little bit wet, but they dried. This is one of them. It was like wet like over here, but it dried. And then a lot of the other things that I was so glad that I had wrapped in like the sack we bought them in, so they didn't get wet, just the sack did. And then I just aimed a fan at my suitcase and dried it out overnight, and so it's dry and everything's fine now. But that was kind of a pain in the butt when we first got home, because you know, after a trip you're just really tired and everything. And thank goodness that the pictures that of Daniel, like he has his like formal dress blues picture and like a package of pictures, and then he also had 2 flight photos taken that were of like all of the guys that were in his training squadron. And then I had also bought like a commemorative history thing for his training squadron, all of which I want to have framed. And thank goodness none of those I did not pack those in my suitcase. I wanted to protect them, so I had them in a carry-on. I'm so glad, because had I packed them where I had planned on packing them in that suitcase, they would have been ruined. And so I'm so glad I didn't. Very thankful for that. But so then last night after we got home, I worked on uploading all of the clips that I had taken, all the pictures and video that I had taken, so that I could share it in my weekly vlog. Got all that done, and this morning got it uploaded to YouTube. Ended up being a video that was 1 hour and 2 minutes, so, which actually was shorter than I was expecting it to be, because I felt like I took so much video. And so yeah, but anyway, like I said, now I'm headed to Hobby Lobby. I have like a really weird, my head feels really weird today. It's like I have a kind of a low-grade headache and I feel kind of stuffy. And so I don't know if I'm coming down with a cold or what, but you know, sometimes when you ride on a plane, you get sick. At least in my experience, there's been several times where I've been on a plane and then I've caught a cold or whatever. But hopefully it's not that. And it's like really chilly today. It feels a lot like fall. It was so weird because in Texas it was really hot. It was in the 90s. And so we were just all in t-shirts. And then when we got home and we were standing outside waiting for the shuttle to take us, we had dropped our rental car off, and then we were waiting for the shuttle to take us to the airport. What am I thinking? No, this was on the way home. My head is just not in the game. But when we got home, we were waiting for the shuttle to take us to the economy parking lot, which economy was still $7.50 a day to park, but it's way cheaper than parking at the airport. But anyway, why it's taking me so long to say, it was cold. We were standing outside waiting for that shuttle, and it was like, what in the world? And the temperature was only 62. And like right now it's only 60, and the high today is supposed to be 70. But it's like when we left it felt like summer, and when we came back it feels like fall. And this Friday we're planning on going back to Worlds of Fun again. We're gonna go on a Friday because usually it's a little tiny bit less crowded. We're thinking because of like high school sports and stuff, there's less of the high schoolers out there. And we might buy the Fast Pass this time, where you can get to the front of the line of all the haunted houses. But we want to go back because we want to see Adam, and again, see if maybe I can try to get some better pictures of him in the parade and stuff. I don't know. That was kind of hard to do. And then go through more of the haunted attractions and stuff. So that was just such a great trip last week. Sunday was really hard dropping him off. That was hard. I miss him a lot, but it was really good to see him. And I still don't know when I'm going to get to talk to him again, because he's supposed to get his cell phone back when he starts tech school, but we don't know when that's going to be yet. It was supposed to be this coming up Monday, but he said he was waiting on, I'm driving all around this parking lot looking for a spot. I think he was waiting on a flight physical, if I'm right. I get kind of confused with the Air Force stuff, but since his job is an airborne job, there's some extra testing and things he has to do. And so once that came in, he was going to be able to start his first section of tech school. It's in like several sections. Like the first 9 days are supposed to, or 9 academic days are supposed to still be at Lackland. So once he starts that, he has his cell phone back, and then we can talk and stuff. At some point within tech training, they're supposed to be able to have visitors over the weekend, but we don't know when that is yet, and neither does he. Tech school is in phases, and he also has SERE training, S-E-R-E, which is 2 weeks. I'm worried about that. But if you want to look it up, you can Google as SERE training and see what I'm talking about and why I would be worried. But we can't visit him during that, and so we're thinking when we could visit would be when he's in Washington State, and it's kind of expensive, so we just have to, my husband's like, it's only money, and so he has the option where he can try to do like extra jobs and stuff, so we're gonna try to power save some more. But in any case, we should hopefully get to see him at Christmas time. We don't know for how long. He didn't know all the details, but he does know that during like the longer tech schools, like what he's going to be in, that they get Exodus at the holiday time, and then they can use their leave and their own money to come home during that time. And so that's why originally last week I thought that I wasn't going to get to see him for 6 months, because at first my husband and I were like, I don't know if we can afford to make another trip. I mean, even a weekend trip, it was just going to be so expensive. The flights to Washington State from Kansas City were just really pricey, and then a hotel again and everything. And after we just spent what we spent on this trip, and we didn't know about the Christmas thing at that point, and so that's why I was so sad last week when I was thinking it was going to be 6 months. And I know at some point he might get deployed overseas, and there's no way we would be able to afford to go see him then. So there's gonna come a time when I will have to go a long period of time without seeing him. It's just, I'm just, you know, I'm still getting used to all of this and coping with it and everything, and it's already getting better, you know. So, but anyway, I'm at Hobby Lobby, so I need to get my butt in there and look at frames and stuff. So I'll talk to you again soon. Well, I'm done at Hobby Lobby, and I lucked out because I didn't end up getting them to professionally frame the pictures for me, because I heard there was a lady that she was working on getting some pictures framed. So I thought, well, I'll walk around and look to see if there's any frames that I like, and you know, I can mat and frame it myself, or frame them myself if I find something I really like. And plus I was hearing the prices they were quoting her to like add glass and this, that, and the other, and it was like, oh, that seems kind of pricey. And I needed to get 3 frames for his flight photos, and then 1 frame for his 8x10 dress blues photo, and then a frame that I was going to send to my mom with a 5x7 in it. But I was just going to get the flight photos professionally framed, and possibly his 8x10. Well, while they were talking to her, I noticed a sign. Like, there was no signs like in front of the frames, but on the end caps there were signs saying, you know, that all wall frames were 50% off. And I thought, oh wow, because there was frames that I really liked, and I thought, well, if they're 50% off, I'll just go ahead and get the frames, and I'll just frame them myself. The flight photos, the ones with the pictures of all the guys, that doesn't really matter if it's like has a mat, you know, it could just be the picture in a frame. And then the commemorative training squadron thing that I had bought when we were down there has a mat already. It's matted and I wanted them all to be the same size, and so I was able to find 3 frames that I think the 3 of those will look really good in, and we're gonna hang those in his bedroom. Then for his dress blues photo, I found they had 1 left. They had a frame that I really loved, and it was like 40 bucks for that frame, and then like $3 for a mat, because I want to mat it. And that was cheaper than what I heard them quote that lady for the same size photo that she was getting professionally framed. And plus I really, really like this frame. So I was like, oh cool, you know, I'm just gonna go ahead and get these because they're 50% off. And then we had got these, and I'm planning on showing these to you when I get them framed. And that's what I'm actually gonna go home and do now, is work on that, because I have the house to myself. So while we were at Lackland in the BX, they had these wooden, like these signs that were made from reclaimed wood, and one of them had like the Air Force, like an Air Force saying or something on it. And there was another one that my son just really, really liked that had like a soldier saying on it. Even though he's an airman, he really liked this soldier saying, and it was like an American flag, and then there was like a soldier in front of it, and I don't remember off the top of my head what the saying was, but he liked it so much, we went ahead and bought that one. And they have these like little hooks on them, and first I thought, we'll just, and the hooks, you can fold them down, and I didn't, at first I thought, I don't really want the hooks to show, and my husband was gonna just like do something to the back of them so we could just hang them without these hooks showing. But when I was looking around, I found they're tacks, but they're big. They're like metal and probably that big around. I'll show them to you, that are star-shaped. And so I thought, those would look, and they're like bronze, and I thought, oh, those would look so patriotic and really cool, and I could just hang those and then just go ahead and hook those things on them. The only thing I'm wondering if it'll look funny is the hooks are silver and these tacks are bronze, but I still think they're gonna look okay. And if worse comes to worse, my husband can always paint the hanger bronze if I want it bronze, but I don't think it's gonna matter. So I think I got everything I was looking for. Oh, and I did find a frame for my mom's picture, because I bought my dad a couple of hats and my mom a shirt and a hat, and then we're gonna send him a picture. And so that's another thing I want to do here pretty soon. Maybe not today, but get those things, at least get that framed. But yeah, I'm really tired. I stayed up kind of late last night. Oh, now it's starting to sprinkle a little bit. So anyway, I got everything that I went after. Once I'm done with everything, I'll show it to you. Once I get all this unpacked, I might go ahead and show the frames to you. I don't know. It's just I'm a little bit scatterbrained, so I might forget. But anyway, that's it for now. I'll talk to you again soon. Also, this is how my display turned out. I also took a few snapshots because it's really hard to not have a glare when you're trying to show on video. So that's that, and I'm really happy with it. I think it turned out really good. So you can see the reflection of my love seat pillows. But yeah, I like how this turned out. And then here are the flight photos. I've got them all framed, and I need my husband's help with hanging these. So they're gonna end up going in my son's room. They're on his bed right now. But I'm really happy. I think they turned out really good. There that is, from a little bit of a distance. And little Nathan there sleeping. Oh, and I've got a hauler order I need to do an unboxing of. Hey guys, today is Thursday, and I thought I would show you what I'm working on today. I'm doing laundry and watching YouTube videos, and then I'm also working on a latch hook. If you watched, I don't remember which weekly vlog it was, but you saw where I bought a couple latch hooks. This is the pattern for this one, and what this blue is they suggested putting masking tape around the edges because they're really kind of sharp and pokey, and that's kind of uncomfortable when you're holding it. So I couldn't find any masking tape, so this is painter's tape, which is pretty much, you know, the same kind of concept. It's really easy to remove. But I have finished. I'm marking on here as I complete each row. It's really easy. you know, you just count over how many you want to do. And where am I? I'm starting on the star. So that's what I've got done so far. I'm going to take a bit of a rest right now because my hands are kind of tired, and eat some lunch and watch some more YouTube videos and just have a nice lazy day. This is the yarn. It comes pre-cut. So I figured I'd just give you a little update. Hi there. Today is Friday, last day of vacation. Darn it, I don't want to go back. So in a little bit I will be going to the dentist again. Unfortunately, when I went and got my teeth cleaned, they said I have a cavity like on the back of one of the front teeth. That's really weird. I've never had anything like that before, but I'm gonna go get it fixed. So I'm dreading that. But later, my husband and I are gonna go to Worlds of Fun so we can go to Halloween Haunt again. And this time I have purchased us, they call them, what do they call them? Fright Lane. So you can get to the front of the line on all the haunted attractions. So we usually do that once a year, and it makes it for a much more enjoyable experience because you're not waiting in lines. Or if you're in a line, it's a very short one because they limit the number of those they sell. So that's really great. And I just got done filming my Holler haul, where I think I showed you yesterday I had a box that was waiting. So that I have filmed. Now I am saving the video and then I'm going to upload it to YouTube. And so that'll be on there before you even see this. But so got quite a bit going on, I guess, on my last day of vacation. But still got the weekend ahead of me, so that's good, right? So anyway, that's it for now, and I'll talk to you again soon. Hey guys, I am done at the dentist, and I feel like this whole side of my face is numb. And I don't know why I was thinking, I thought she said it was like a front tooth, but it was like a front or a molar that was towards the front. That sounds so funny. So now, God, I hate getting stuff like that done. I was so nervous. And so now I'm gonna go towards home, and I'm gonna stop at Hobby Lobby on my way home. And and also Target. I sound like a dork. Hobby Lobby because I'll have to show you, I finished that latch hook, the latch hook part of it, and so what I want to do is turn that into a pillow. So I have some ideas. It would be so much easier if I had a sewing machine, but I have to do everything by hand. So I'm going to try to find a pillow cover and then some ribbon that I like, and I have ideas for what I want to do with it to turn into a pillow. So I want to see what I can find at Hobby Lobby, and then I'm going to go to Target because we're down to our last 2 rolls of toilet paper. So need the necessities. And I think I should probably stop talking because I don't want to accidentally bite the inside of my mouth, and it feels really funny to talk. So yeah. So I'll talk to you again soon. Hey there, this is the latch hook finished. This is all this that goes around it is like extra. This was the pattern. And I will be turning this into a pillow. I got all the stuff I think I need, and once I get that done, I'll show it to you. But this is what it is so far.
Hey there!
Hey there, today is Sunday, and I figured I would give you an update on what I'm up to before I wrap this up for the week. I'm working on finishing up this latch hook, getting it sewn onto a pillow. I'm having to do this by hand, so it's taking me a while, but what I did was once I finished the latch hook, I have some, what is this, bias tape? Like what you would put around like a quilt edging or whatever. And I'm just going to see if I can get a piece out. But it's like double, so it's folded. And so I put that along the edging. So I cut it where it would fit. I put it along the edging, and then I actually glued it to the latch hook edges because I knew after that I was going to be sewing it on. And then I sewed onto this part. I sewed on those star buttons just because I thought they looked really pretty. Then this is a pre-made pillow form that I got from Hobby Lobby, and overnight I let this dry, and today is when I sewed these buttons on. Then I pinned it to the pillow form, and I'm sewing it to this pillow by hand, kind of close to the edge here. So once I'm done and I get a pillow in, I think this part might stick up a little bit. I don't know. I might have to tack it on the edges. I've never done this before, so I'm just making this up as I go along. So I'm hoping it turns out good. Probably in next week's vlog I'll be able to show you it completed. So been working on this, and then also my husband worked on getting the wire on the back of the frames for my son's flight photos, and we got those hung, and so I'll show those to you. So we're in Daniel's bedroom now. These are the pictures that I framed as like a present to him. And so on this wall we have the, I don't know really what you would call this, commemorative thing for his training squadron, which was 321. They were the Warthogs, or are the Warthogs. He will forever be a Warthog because that is what he went through military training as. It's got the history of it. Then over here, of course, you're going to have the glare from the window. But over here, we've got the flight photo they took. That's them in front of an A-10 Warthog. That's the plane that's behind them. And it says what their graduation date was. That they graduated 47 out of 47, which is rare. They also received academic excellence, and it has all of their military training instructors' names. And then the other flight photo, this was like the formal photo that was taken when they had their other pictures taken. It's got their motto, lead, follow, or get out of the way. And then again, their MTI's names, their flights, their training squadron and their flight number, and all of that. So we've got that hanging on this wall. So yeah. So I'm really happy with him. I think he'll like them. He knows he has the training squadron pictures because he bought them. And so we had them framed. So that's that. I also still have this blanket that I need to finish. I've got it pinned together. I have the front and the back pinned, but I still need to cut out the corners and then cut out the strips to tie together to turn this into a blanket. This is probably something I might work on next weekend. Saturday I didn't really feel very good all day, so that wasn't really that great of a day. And then today, after I'm done with this pillow, I kind of just want to relax for a while because I have to go back to work tomorrow. Not really feeling like it. But anyway, so that's it. I guess I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up for the week so I can get it uploaded. But thank you for spending another week with me, and I will talk to you next week.